Alright, we're on day 74. Yeah, when I was watching this yesterday, it made me think of it, but I don't think I said it out loud, where they're talking about the coronavirus and stuff, and I was like, oh, it's been a year, but I haven't really noticed. I don't work, which is a big, like, a thing, but that's not the point. But, so with the coronavirus besides, blah, 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 I haven't really had an itch to, like, go out. It's more convenient when I'm like, oh, I gotta run in to get something. But, like, I don't know. Anyways, and I hear the statistic of 1 in every 3 people in Los Angeles has coronavirus right now, which is, like, oof. Anyways, let's move on. So what happened was, when I was like, oh, the year, that went by so fast, oh my god, moving along, but then this is happening, and I'm like, that's a long time, because I was also thinking about, them, because I was like, I don't know, they put so much effort into a year, and, it's just not that long, blah, 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 and then I'm like, wait, it is, when you're in this chair, when you're doing the thing, a year's a long time. When you were like just watching it, this is not that long. Anyways, yeah, I got my new eyebrow ring, so it fits better to my like the length, so pretty cool. But yeah, with Ethan, when the coronavirus is in LA, they mentioned, Ethan tweeted out saying that he was going on a walk with his dog Spencer, and he says Spencer and I counted, which is just so funny because like your dog counted with you, huh? So it's like we counted, I think it was like 11 people with like a mask on, and I'm just like, yeah, I ran into people at like I think it was like a Target or something, with like, they were fast, like really big anti-maskers. Like, I'm pretty sure they were wearing like a shirt that was anti-masker, and they were a shirt that was like anti-masker, clearly no mask, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, but like, I don't see that many people without a mask on, but it is also here. It is like a bunch of lots about it. I think still. I wonder, obviously I think there's lots there, but I think it's interesting to, yeah, I was watching a TV show, the end of that. I think you pronounce it effing just because it has the censorship in the actual title of the name of the TV show. Anyways, and which was really interesting because the main actor is actually the same actor in the TV or the movie Freak Show. And in the movie Freak Show, those are the same actors, I'm pretty sure. And like the duality of this actor is very funny to me because he plays such a quiet character that even when he gets emotional, it's in a different way, which I think is really interesting given the fact that like it just is a different like vibe. And like, I know that it's vastly different costuming, which is a big thing, but like he himself, and actually his head shape, I'm not gonna lie, is what made me realize they're the same actors. And then I was like, oh, but like the duality of the also Freak Show is I mean, I liked it. There's some problems, but I can definitely nitpick at it. Which, the Bye Felicia meme. Don't add memes to your movie, dude. Just don't. Just don't. Like, maybe if it becomes like a big thing, like an actual cultural phenomenon, like Rick rolling has been around for over a decade, you know? So it's like, okay, that kind of works. But like, don't put in it just don't put it in a meme, you know? Just, I don't know, man. Anyways, so like the Bye Felicia thing where I'm like, and they don't even make it a meme, they just put, at least in Black Panther, the actress who did the what are those shoe joke, like at least that worked because like people took that as like a character part in her point of view, where it was like, oh, she's such like a memer, you know. But in this, it wasn't even like they were making a joke. It just, the character's name was actually Felicia, but you can tell that they were making this meme, and I was like, and there was another point too, which I think was also a meme, but I think also with the mom character to the main guy, I don't remember what his name was, and apparently she's like super buddy with him until he's like out of the room, and then she says like certain things and like not wanting to be there, or not being there after he went into a coma and stuff, which is just really odd given the fact that you can't fake that. So I think they wanted to make it edgy, but the way that they showed their relationship, which I do think they were trying to show that like he's remembering it slightly differently than actually exists, but it doesn't quite work for me given the fact that no, like even if he remembers it slightly off, the fact that she, because you kind of show that she kind of cares or says things, because she was like, oh, blue jeans, those are so like everyone wears them, to his face like when he comes back. So like she actively does say these things that he remembers, and so like maybe I think the point was the memory that like she was always a little bit more drunk, but yeah, that's horrible. But like she seems like a genuinely decent mom that has an alcohol problem, which is really odd that the show or the TV in the movie switched to being like, oh, she's abusive, which I'm like, that's, or like horrible or terrible in some way, and I'm like, that's just not what's going on. She's not. I don't know. Anyways, so the movie's okay. There was one scene also which really threw me, was they did like a zoom in, like kind of like, but like you can kind of just feel the person is going, you know, like, and when doing that, I was like, why would you do that? And I'm pretty sure there was no cameras around or anything, so it wasn't like the camera, the frame was actually a camera, which they do later in the movie. When doing an interview, you see the thing kind of just in, not out, but I thought tons of them. Anyways, doing like that, like where it goes in and like adjusts and stuff. But that made sense because the character behind, like, there's a character holding a camera and you're watching through the camera's point of view. But the one time, I'm pretty sure you weren't, and it was just really odd. But I don't know. And it's really odd odd. It kind of sucks that the movie also emphasizes like the dad can be a better dad, even though he wasn't there for over 7 years and was upset that his kid was gay, and even was like I can't tell, maybe genderqueer, because that's what they literally say, but I would have just thought he was a gender non-conforming gay guy. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is that they emphasize that the dad can do better, he can be a better dad. But then they don't go, hey, maybe the mom has an alcohol problem and she can fix it. No, not that. She can't do that. No. Anyways, but with the end of the effing world, it's just like a completely different character, and you're like, yeah, that's what actors do. But I'm just like, like usually when they're like, oh, when they scream, or when they do, it's certain actors have this thing where they just the way they stand or present themselves can like be a different character. So like a few that I know of, thinking where you can just like see a screen cap of one of the characters or the actor, and you can see that they're like the actor when they're certain characters. And then that's why it's really hard for people being like possessed or like switching characters in like their form. You don't fully get it, but this actor, I think, really did that, and I'm really impressed by it, because usually even if they're kind of different personalities, they're not usually so vastly different that they seem like different people, So that was really interesting. Because if you look at the main two cast members, James and Alyssa, not cast members, main characters, and what happened is they're very a certain feel. I don't know what the feeling is, but it almost seems like they could have got really flat actors. I'm thinking of one right now, but I don't know what his name is. A very flat actor to play these characters. A flat actor that kind of can spike, but apparently this guy can be at like 100 and in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Like when he goes up, it's not always the same. Like when he's angry, he's not always just different. And it's very interesting. And then, but yeah, with Freak Show, the movie, 2016, no, that was something else. I don't know. Anyways, when I watched that, I was actually really confused, because in the picture that I saw of the main character, I actually thought she was a lesbian, but apparently he is not. Yep, and I really thought that was a lesbian, and I was very confused. Yeah, I started to think about it again, because I haven't thought about it in quite a while. But when Obama was president and he sent that one crew or whatever to kill that one guy, you can't still know what it's on. Anyways, when that happened, right? Because it seems like it was a really big deal in the moment. but then people just like haven't talked about it. So I was like thinking about it where I'm like, that happened, right? Because I'm just like, it just seems so odd that it was like such a big thing and then it just never heard about it. And so to hear, like, I saw like someone something about it, I was just like, that's so odd that happened. And then I was thinking that that could never have happened because I don't think Trump, if something like that happened, I just don't think Trump would have been able to handle that. Because I was like, you can't just tweet out saying you're doing a thing like that, you know? Because I think people knew it only after it happened. That's so odd. I'm thinking about that now and it's just like, that was real? I don't know. After this, I want to eat a bagel. Yeah. Yeah. What's the next big number? I think only 69, right? Yeah, there's no other good numbers. Sad.